Okay, so I've decided to make a new video. This one might be quite long, around about 20 minutes perhaps, but essentially this is going to be me talking about the upcoming Eurovision Song Contest, specifically the countries participating in the first semi-final, which will take place on Tuesday the 8th of May. 43 countries this year, I think it's 43, not 42. 43, no withdrawing countries, Russia are back in business. And this video will not only be going up on my Facebook writing page, but it will also be going up on YouTube. And as I always say, please respect my opinions and I'll respect yours. It's as simple as that. So yeah, obviously I am a Eurovision fan. I'm not a hardcore fan by any means, but I do follow the show year round and I do enjoy it very much. And this year, the 63rd edition, it will be taking place in Lisbon in Portugal for the first time. Portugal entered in the 60s for the first time, and obviously decades have passed, and finally they triumphed last year in Kiev with Amar pelos dois by Salvador Sobral. So it's in Lisbon. It's going to be the Altice Arena, which is this fabulous dome-shaped place right next to the sea. 3 shows, of course. The 2 semi-finals are on Tuesday the 8th and Thursday the 10th of May, so only a couple of weeks to go. And the final will be on a Saturday as usual, the 12th of May. You have the automatic finalists. The countries that pump the most money into the competition are there. The UK, my country, being one of them. Portugal as hosts are also automatically in the final. All the other countries, pretty much, are in the semi-finals. The draw was made a couple of weeks ago, well, ages ago actually, to determine which semi-final each country would be in, which half of each semi-final each country would be in, and which ones of the automatic finalists would vote in each semi-final. I'm already rambling, this is going well. So yes, 4 women will host this year's competition after 3 men last year. They are Filomena Cautela, Silvia Alberto, Daniela Rua and Catarina Furtado. Technical rehearsals are already underway in Lisbon. Pictures of the stage have been revealed, video footage too. No LED screens, so a bit of a change, a sort of 2010-esque look, I guess. And Portugal, you know, their national final every year is a little old-fashioned, perhaps. Not necessarily in a bad way. And I think this year, in terms of the actual proper contest, Portugal have decided to go for a bit more of a stripped-back approach. RTP are organising it, that's the host broadcaster. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic show. And really there's not too much else to say. I mean, I could go into more details about the contest in general, but if you're a Eurovision fan and you're watching this video, you probably already know that stuff anyway. So, semi-final 1, 19 countries participating. It's going to be on the Tuesday, like I said. If you're in the UK, it will be on BBC4. Scott Mills, once again, and Rylan Clark Neal will be doing the commentary. It's going to be at 8 PM GMT. It will last about 2 hours. I think this is the first time this century that a Eurovision Song Contest will start at 8 PM in the UK and 8 PM in the country hosting the show. First time this century, I think. Anyway, yes, 19 countries. All of those countries will vote in this semi-final alongside the UK, Spain and Portugal, the automatic finalists. The result will be determined 50% public and 50% national jury votes. The juries are made up of so-called music professionals. They'll vote on the Monday jury final, so 24 hours before we get to see it on TV. Actual rehearsals begin this Sunday, I think. 29th, I think. 29th, this Sunday, that's when rehearsals actually begin. So I'm going to go through each country and my thoughts. Hopefully this video won't be too long. And of course, feel free to let me know what you think in the comments, whether that's on Facebook or on YouTube. Song 1, Azerbaijan, Aysel, Cross My Heart. This is performed in English. Azerbaijan have won once, 2011. This is a big pop song to get things going. It makes sense. that a pop song opens the show. I should point out the running order was once again determined by the producers of the show to stop similar sounding songs being put next to each other randomly. This could mean an end to Azerbaijan's 100% qualification record. This is a tremendously tough semi-final, by far the toughest. And I'm not sure Azerbaijan are going to qualify. At this moment in time, I'm going to say no. It's a good song. The lyrics are a bit off. I think the lyrics could be better. But Aysel seems like a pretty good singer. I'm sure the stage will be quite colourful for this. Yeah, it's not bad at all, but I think people are disappointed because I think Aysel is more of a soul jazz type singer and she's just been given this big pop song, so maybe she won't be completely comfortable performing it. I don't know, but it's a good opener, just not sure it's going to make the cut. Song 2, Iceland. Iceland have done pretty poorly in recent years. No appearance in the final since 2014. This is Ari Olafsson with Our Choice. Iceland had a national final. I should say Azerbaijan didn't. This is a ballad. He's quite smartly dressed in a suit. Vocally not bad, but this is not going to leave any sort of impact. And if anything, it's going to come last in this semi-final. The juries might appreciate his voice, but really this is too dull to stand any chance of qualifying. And it's a shame because I'd love to see Iceland win. They never have. And with songs like this, they're not going to get too far. Excuse me a second. Oh, lots of dust everywhere, excuse me. Song 3. This is one of the most underrated songs of the year. It's Albania, Jugend Bushpepper with Mal, which means yearning. Albania have never won. They usually send a female ballad. That's gone out the window this year. National final, and the winner is an absolutely amazing male vocalist with a song that has a bit of a rock vibe to it. Albania also known for revamps that don't exactly work. They revamped this one. The power has been sucked out of it quite a bit, but I still really like it. It builds up well. Like I said, you cannot fault his voice. He's nailed it live. The more I hear it, the more I think it could sneak in as a qualifier. I don't know. Macedonia might vote for it. Greece might vote for it. Next door neighbours, of course. I don't know. This is a really good song, though. Quite underrated. And I'm sure he'll nail it in Lisbon. Song 4, a country that's won once, 1986. A country that has turned around its fortunes in this competition. It's Belgium, A Matter of Time by Senek. This is my favourite song of the year. Belgium were my second favourite last year, my favourite this year. Senek, real name Laura Gooseneken. Sorry, I'm not sure entirely how you pronounce it, I've forgotten. She seems like a lot of fun. I've watched a lot of interviews. The song is Bond theme-esque, best way to describe it. It's very good, the production's great, I think the staging will be amazing. It's not too dissimilar to Conchita Wurst's Rise Like a Phoenix, actually. Maybe not quite as triumphant, I suppose. This has got a bit of a mystery to it. Belgium, like I said, 10 years ago, no offence if you're Belgium watching this, but you were absolutely rubbish. And now, one of the informed countries in the contest. It's high time they won again. She's performed this song live over the past few weeks. It hasn't been amazing, but I know she has a cracking voice, because if you watch some of the other songs that she's done on YouTube, the voice that she has, absolute grade A stuff. This should sail into the final. It should push for the win. But it's all depending on the staging now. Song 5, Czech Republic. Czech Republic never won. This is by some distance the best song they've ever sent to the contest. Mikolas Josef, very charismatic young performer. Lie to Me. It's a bit Jason Derulo, Talk Dirty. Just listen to that song and then listen to this one. Not too dissimilar. Very contemporary, very catchy, very fun. You can dance to it. Should be very good live. This might do very well in the public vote. And Czech Republic should qualify with this. It's a pretty good song. Song 6, completely different. Lithuania. Ieva Zasimauskaite with When We're Old. This is a ballad. Very, very simple. I think she performs it barefoot. Her husband joins her at the very end, I believe. She's only my age, I'm 25, I think she's roughly the same age. This is a very sweet ballad. Lyrically it's nothing amazing, but it has a lot of charm, and I hope this is not underrated. The juries might really love it, but the public might find it boring. Nevertheless, what a great Lithuanian entry this is. Ieva has tried multiple times. She's finally going to Eurovision. She's had great songs in the past. This is another one. And I look forward to hearing it live. It should be superb. You can hear a pin drop when she performs it. It's fantastic. Massive national final that Lithuania have. It lasts months, weeks and weeks. And the right winner, if you ask me. Czech Republic had a national final too, but it wasn't really on TV. Belgium internal. Oh man, song 7, the big favourite. It's going to take some beating. It's Israel, 3-time winners. Netta with Toy. Reminds me a little bit of Serbia 2015, Bojana Stamanov. This is a sort of feminist song. I'm not your toy, you stupid boy. It's quite comical, and it's a bit hard to take it seriously, which makes me think the juries won't really go for this, but the public will. It leaves an impact. It's had millions of views on YouTube already. She's a pretty good vocalist. She uses a looper, so I'm not sure how that will work on stage myself. I imagine that it will be okay. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be that great live on the big stage. I really don't know. It's a good song. It's not my favourite though. But everybody else seems to love it, so I think Israel are the ones to beat. It's quite in your face. It's very catchy, very different, and stands out a mile. So it could be the winner. This will definitely be in the final and push for the win. Song 8, Belarus. Never won national final. Israel sort of had a national final, by the way. Belarus Forever, Alexeyev. This might be controversial. I think that if he makes the final, I think his looks will play a big part. This song is so utterly unremarkable. It's so bland. So bland. Saying that, it's not awful. There's been many versions of this song. I'm not entirely sure I've heard the final version lately at all. But his voice isn't amazing. The song's okay. It's just so plain. In my opinion, this should be nowhere near the final. If this qualifies, which country's going to miss out? A country that probably deserves to be there more, in my opinion. I don't know. He has a lot of fans. Russia can't vote for him though. Ukraine can't vote for him. Poland can't vote for him. Who will? I don't know. Don't think it's going to qualify. Song 9 is Estonia, Elina Nechayeva La Forza. Estonia is singing in Italian for some unknown reason. It means the force. This is classical music, so it's very niche, not to everybody's taste. Classical music hasn't done that well in the past. Sweden 2009, for example, but Italy 2015 did win the public vote. This is going to be sensational live. There's no two ways about it. This is going to be amazing live because her voice is incredible. There's no real hook to it. The dress, there were a few problems with this dress, but apparently they can now afford it. All these projections on her, it's going to be amazing. It's going to look fantastic. And Estonia, one of my favourite countries in the contest, this won the national final, Eesti Laul, could win. This really could win. I think the public will appreciate it enough, and the juries really should like it as well. Should be in the final, should do well. Song 10, Bulgaria, another country that has just transformed over the past few years. This is Equinox, a band with the song Bones. It's quite ominous, dark, atmospheric. It's good. It's not incredible in my opinion. I do prefer this over Christian Kostov, who came second last year. A lot of people think this song will win. I'm not so sure. Top 5, yes. Winner, I don't think so. Could be amazing live. It's a bit of a gamble, a bit of a risk, this type of entry. Some people think it's pretentious. I don't mind it, but it's not one of my favourites. Song 11, Macedonia. Oh, well, Macedonia, like Bulgaria, an internal selection. Macedonia have not been in the final since 2012, never won. Neither of Bulgaria, by the way. Estonia have won once, Belarus never have. Macedonia are represented by IQ, Snooker Q, with the song Lost and Found. This is a mishmash of different genres. There's pop, there's reggae. Does it work? Just about. Vocally, I think the studio version's fantastic. I think that the live version's pretty good. They've been a band for a long time. This is a great song. It really is. It's pretty damn good. Macedonia, I'd love to see them in the final, but it's such a tough lineup that it's more likely to flop than succeed. A shame, because it's really good. Song 12, Croatia, never won as an independent country. This is Franca with Crazy. Maybe the most forgettable song of the year. I'm very disappointed in the Croatian song. Yeah, this is a little bit 50 Shades of Grey. A tiny bit of Lady Gaga thrown in as well, I think. It's just a bit boring. That sounds harsh, but it's true. I'm not seeing many Eurovision fans rate this highly, so I think Croatia, no final this year, and I think that's right. I don't think it's good enough. Song 13 is Austria, Cesar Sampson with Nobody But You. He's been at Eurovision before as a backing vocalist. This is a bit gospel. It's quite different. It's pretty good. Not one of my favourites, but his voice is great. Music video is not bad. I think it's gaining a bit of traction. Austria have won twice before, most recently 2014. This is a pretty good song. I think it might grow on me quite a bit. I don't know. Has a lot of fans. Austria probably will be in the final with this. Might do better than people think. Song 14 is Greece. They've won once, 2005. This is Gianni Terzi with Oniro Mu, which I think means my world? My dream. This has not been performed live yet. I'm not really sure why she hasn't been at any of the pre-parties, but this is not a bad song. I like the fact it's in Greek. Top 10 in the final? Possibly. Not one of my favourites again, but I do like it. And I don't really have too much else to say about it. It's pretty good. Has a lot of support. Could do very well. Don't think it'll win though. Song 15 is Finland. Finland have won once, 2006. Haven't been in the final for a few years. This should do very well. Big fan favourite, Sara Aalto, who was the runner-up on the UK X Factor a few years ago. Her debut album, I think, is out tomorrow, I think. Monsters, the name of the song. Greece had an internal selection, by the way, as did Austria, as did Croatia. Finland had a national final. Sara had 3 songs and this was the winner. It's pop, a little bit camp maybe, but it is very good, very slick. The staging at the national final wasn't amazing. Apparently it's completely different for the contest. Vocally, Sara's fantastic, and this is not too flamboyant. When she was on the X Factor, she did go a bit over the top sometimes. This has been reined in just enough. It's a really good song. It should be in the final and should do quite well. It all depends on whether the staging is better than before. Song 16 is Armenia, never won, national finals. Sevak Kanagian with Kami, which I think means wind. Yes. This is a ballad that builds up and builds up. He's got a very strong voice. The ending's pretty strong. It just takes a while to get going. And it's in Armenian, which is quite nice. I don't know if this is a qualifier, though. It might just miss out. I think there are better songs. I really do. This is not one of my favourites at all, actually. But I appreciate it for what it is. And I don't know. It's a borderline qualifier. Who knows? Song 17, Switzerland, two-time winners. Really bad run of form in this contest. Not in the final since 2014. Last in 2011. National final. This is a good song. It's called Stones. It's performed by Zips, a band. It's good. It's got a good beat. It's quite powerful. Music video's not bad. Vocally not bad. Lots of things working in this song's favour. But Switzerland are usually underrated. And this is likely to miss out, unfortunately. Staging will play a big part. Can't imagine it will be too different to the national final. But yes, Switzerland, it would be amazing if this qualified. I'd be very happy. But I just don't see it happening. Song 18, Ireland. 7-time winners. No appearance in the grand final since 2013 when they came last. This is Ryan O'Shaughnessy, who was on Britain's Got Talent. He's actually had mild success in the UK. Top 10 album, a top 10 EP in the UK, a number 1 EP in Ireland, and 2 top 3 singles in Ireland, albeit a few years ago. He's got quite a high-pitched voice. The song is called Together. It's very sweet, it's very charming, but absolutely nothing about this song is going to make people vote for it. That's the truth. How on earth can you make this song stand out? I don't know how you can. Last year, Brendan Murray, who, by the way, that song was fine, but his voice didn't do anything for me, and the hot air balloon he had, what was that all about? I think Ireland need to... This was an internal selection. I think they need to go back to a national final and transform the whole thing, because this isn't going to work for them. Jedwood did, because they looked interesting, and the staging was pretty good, and the song wasn't bad. It stood out. This doesn't. So a similar result, and no place in the final, is likely. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's not a bad song. It's just not going to leave any sort of impact. Who knows? Juries might like it. Public, I don't think will. Cyprus, the final song. Cyprus have a song in English with a Spanish title performed by an Albanian, as you do. I believe she's Albanian. Eleni Furera. Yeah, she was born in Albania, but Greek, what have you. Fuego, which means fire. This is a very radio-friendly pop song. It's pretty good. Quite sexy, quite sultry. She's a very pretty woman performing this. Yeah, the music video is quite strange. Some bizarre product placement. But this has a lot of fans. Should be in the final. Very slick from Cyprus. It reminds me a little bit of La La Love, Ivy Adamu 2012. That song was a big fan favourite but finished mid-table. I think Cyprus might be on course for the same thing with this song. So, what a tough semi-final. Very difficult to predict. Off the bat, my prediction. Belgium, Czech Republic, Israel, Estonia, Bulgaria, Austria, Greece, Finland. Some people think Finland might miss out. I think they're going to go through. That leaves 2 spots up for grabs. Cyprus. So that leaves 1 place. And I'm going to say at this point Lithuania. Because it stands out, because it's so simple. And the juries might really like it. So I'm going to say Lithuania, because live it's been great. Azerbaijan, I think they're just going to miss out. But I wouldn't be surprised if they qualify. Iceland are gone. Albania, it's a great song, but I just don't see it qualifying at this moment in time. Belarus, no, I don't think so. Macedonia, I don't think so. Croatia, I would be very surprised if that song goes through. Armenia, no, it's between Armenia and Lithuania at the moment in my head for the borderline qualifier. Switzerland, I don't think it's going to happen. And Ireland, I think we can rule out as well. In terms of my favourites, Belgium, Lithuania, I could put the list up, but I can't be bothered. Belgium, Lithuania, Estonia, Macedonia, Finland, Switzerland, Cyprus. I can't remember who my other qualifiers are at the moment off the top of my head. Albania, yes. I think Macedonia is. I'm not sure if I've already mentioned them. I can't quite recall. Maybe I'll try and load it up. Have I got the document here? Please bear with me. Oh, for God's sake. Don't have it loaded up. I'm just going to do this here so I make sure that I'm absolutely right. But yes, it's such a tough show. Many good songs are going to miss out on the final. Let me know your thoughts. Here we are. Belgium, Lithuania, Finland, Estonia, Albania, Switzerland, Azerbaijan, Cyprus, Macedonia and Israel are my personal qualifiers at the moment, which means no Czech Republic and no Bulgaria. Bit controversial maybe. But the only songs that I don't really like much in the first semi-final: Armenia, Belarus and Iceland, and Croatia, I guess. I like all of the others, but those four I just mentioned, they're not really doing anything for me at the moment. I think Bulgaria's a little overrated, that's just my opinion. I think Israel's a bit overrated, that's just my opinion. And I think Lithuania and Albania are underrated. So there we have it. Such a tough lineup. But there we go. There we go. Let me know your thoughts. And that is my opinions / preview of semi-final 1 of this year's Eurovision Song Contest. My semi-final 2 preview will be up on YouTube and my Facebook writing page at some point within the next week. Be on the lookout for it. If you enjoyed this video, if you've watched it all the way through, thank you very much. Apologies for it being so long. And yes, roll on the contest. Bye for now.